Next, we are diving into one of the most relevant and buzzing topics, emerging trends and perspectives in HRD. So, this unit is like looking into a crystal ball of future of the work. So, grab your chai, settle in, and let's make sense of what is changing in the world of HR. Let us start with the basics. Businesses today don't operate in isolation, correct? They are constantly affected by things that are happening around them, whether it is a new government policy or the latest technological breakthrough or something unexpected like the COVID 19 pandemic. All these factors form what we call the business environment. And because this business environment is always changing, that is, it is dynamic, businesses also have to adapt fast or they will risk falling behind. Remember how quickly everything moved online during the COVID 19 lockdown? That is the business environment in action. Now, let us talk about HRD, Human Resource Development. Think of it as organization's gym trainer. It helps employees build the right skills, the right mindset, and motivation to perform better. But even HRD is not sitting idle. It is also evolving rapidly to keep up with the new challenges. From managing remote teams to making sure employees can handle AI and automation, managers today are like jugglers. They have to balance technology, people, change, and uncertainty. All of this at the same time. So, what exactly are these management challenges? First of all, there is the challenge of dealing with this rapid change in environment. Technology is moving faster than metro train, right? And managers have to keep up. Then there is the decision making during uncertain times. For example, say COVID 19. Many companies had to make tough calls like layoffs or switching to digital platforms with very, very little information. Managers also struggle with planning for future when nothing is certain. It is like planning a wedding during exam season. Anything can happen, right? They also have to deal with diverse teams, ensure job satisfaction, maintain productivity, and still think long term. Basically, they are expected to be part strategists, part psychologists, and part techie, all rolled into one. Right? Now, let us see how these business environments shape HRD. This environment includes everything: economic conditions, politics, technology, demographics, and global influences. Like, for example, when inflation rises or new labor laws are introduced, HR policies also have to change. If new AI tools are launched, employees will need training to use them. So, HRDs have to keep scanning the horizon and prepare the workforce accordingly. And in response to each of these shifts, HRD is showing some interesting emerging trends also. First up is digitalization. HRD is becoming smarter with the help of tools like HRIS, that is Human Resource Information Systems, which help track employee data, plan training, and even manage performance. It's kind of like a Fitbit for HR. Then there is also a huge focus on learning and development. Companies are encouraging employees to become lifelong learners. So don't be surprised if your HR team wants you to complete 5 online courses in a year, right? Or 48 hours of training in a year. There is also an emphasis on employee engagement and creating strong organizational culture, especially now when many teams are working remotely. Diversity and inclusion is also another big trend. Companies are hiring people from different backgrounds, and they are also ensuring that everyone feels respected and valued. Even job interviews are going digital. So you might land a job in Canada while you're sitting in Kochi, thanks to virtual onboarding, right? And let us not forget about leadership development. Organizations want to build leaders who can handle a VUCA world, right? What is VUCA world? Any idea? VUCA stands for volatility, uncertainty, complexity, and ambiguity. I'll just write it down. VUCA. Volatility, uncertainty, complexity, ambiguity. It is a VUCA world right now, right? So it is an idea that the world is confusing and leaders have to be ready for anything. So these HRD trends that we saw just now, they don't work the same in every sector. Like, so see, let us take the example of pharmaceutical or the biotech industry. There is a lot of focus on hiring scientific talent and training them to handle regulatory and innovation challenges. Like Dr. Reddy's. Think of Dr. Reddy's or some other pharmaceutical company, right? They will need people who can develop vaccines quickly and meet the global standards. Whereas if you take the tourism and hospitality sector, there it is all about soft skills. Whether you're working in a five-star hotel or guiding tourists in Munnar, you have to have top-notch communication and cultural sensitivity. So this sector also contributes massively to job creation in India. So training and development is also key. Come to the IT sector. This is where HRD is going to get high tech, right? From online training modules to analytics, everything is digital here. Companies like Infosys or Wipro, they invest heavily in skilling their workforce in AI, cloud computing, and cybersecurity. Also, flexible work arrangements like remote work and virtual meetings are also becoming the norm. So, how do organizations see these trends? They view HRD not just as a support system, but rather as a strategic partner. Organizations want HRD to align with their business goals. For example, if a company wants to expand globally, then the HRD must prepare employees with international exposure as well as close cross-cultural training. Correct? HRD can also be looked at from different perspectives. The systems perspective views HRD as part of a larger organization, like a one gear in machine. Whereas the strategic perspective focuses on how HRD helps meet business goals. The development perspective cares about individual growth, whereas the learning perspective wants everyone to keep learning. Then there is the socio-cultural or social cultural perspective, which considers the company's values and culture, and the managerial perspective, which aims to sharpen the leadership and decision making skills. So let us bring all of this together, right? We talked about VUCA, right? Why are companies so focused on this VUCA talk? Because we don't have a choice. There is no choice, Baba. The world is changing fast. Companies have to be ready. Take Wipro, for example. During the pandemic, they trained their employees to work remotely, or even TCS or Infosys. Take any organization for that example. They managed that uncertainty by diversifying their services. They handled global complexity by building multicultural teams. They tackled ambiguity through leadership programs, right? VUCA management. So, how do companies survive this VUCA world, this dynamic environment? How? They they adapt. Amazon during COVID-19, they shifted focus to contactless delivery as well as online services. Swiggy and Zomato, they also quickly rolled out safety protocols and app updates to stay relevant, right? So to deal with these changing technological environments, firms have to invest in the right tools. They have to update their systems, and most importantly, they have to train their people. A company is only as good as its team. You must remember that even the best AI systems will become useless if your employees don't know how to use it. Correct? So, I will wrap up this whole session with just one last point: training and development. It remains at the heart of HRD. Say classroom training or digital courses or leadership boot camps to wellness webinars. Training is what is going to help organizations build a future ready workflows. Okay, so in conclusion, this entire unit number 11, it showed us that HRD is not just another department in the organization, but rather it is the backbone of organization's success. Whether it is managing uncertainty in this VUCA world or embracing technology or developing leaders, HRD is what is going to lead the way. All right. So that is it for this unit. I'll see you in the very last unit of MMPH 2, unit number 12, in the next session. Till then, happy learning.